Olivia Simmons. Black Lives Matter. Finally, welcome to 2020 in Black America. Hashtag BLM is everywhere. So inspiring. Black Lives Matter. So simple. So simple, in fact, many people couldn't understand it. And quickly, it was bastardized into All Lives Matter. Wait, what? Of course, all lives matter. All lives have always mattered, but never have Black lives mattered. Really, for real. Black lives have been seen in America as disposable, devalued, and provocative. Black lives won't matter until we change this reality. We need to change the way Black people in this country are viewed, the way you see me, then live in the new reality. Black lives do not matter in America, where Black people have long been considered disposable, high school dropouts, convicts, welfare queens. If they went away, no one would notice or care. Black people are disposable. We had an opportunity to see how little Black lives mattered in 2020, and we displayed it for all the world to see. Monday, Memorial Day, May 25th, 2020. Most of us were still firmly attached in our COVID bubbles. The usual backyard barbecues were suspended, and the violent news became all-consuming. We were watching the video of George Floyd under the knee of a Minnesota police officer, and we watched him beg for his life for 8 minutes and 45 seconds and then die. Something so shocking and repulsive we couldn't turn away. There it was, plain as day, a Black man begging for his life, dying at the hands of the police, the modern-day lynching. And that's when we knew it was true. Black lives do not matter. The trouble of 2020 quickly became that there was nowhere to hide. If our lives all mattered, then Black lives should matter. And law enforcement shouldn't kill us for no reason and get caught on video. I heard it wasn't for no reason. He died for passing a counterfeit bill. A $20 bill. He didn't kill someone, rape someone. It wasn't even a capital crime. He died for $20 on video for the whole world to see. Have Black lives always been devalued? I wondered, when did people begin to view Black lives as less than? America has answered the question time and again, decade after decade, year after year, day after day. Slavery was the foundation of our country, where Black people are sold and bought as property. Black lives don't matter. If George Floyd's life was worth $20, what's my own value? What do you think my value is? 400 years ago, when slavery was first brought to the colonies, we knew the worth of a Black person. Plain and simple. Dollars and cents. Slavery was the core to our economy. If I was a slave girl of childbearing age, I might be worth $15,000 in today's money. I suppose maybe my life is worth no more or less than that of George Floyd's. Why do Black lives provoke white America? The biases in our society has made you believe that I'm not like you. I'm not as smart. I don't have resources. I'm less attractive and less caring. That I'm easily described as ghetto by the way I dress, confrontational when I raise my voice, and provocative when I play or dance. As a society, we have to change this way of stereotypical thinking. As much as we like to believe that these biases have changed in white America, we still cling to the beliefs and biases that were founded within our country. The implicit association test measures associations between white and Black people and evaluates them with familiar adjectives like good or bad. The researchers at Harvard came up with this tool that for many people may be the first time they honestly are confronted with their own biases and racism. White people have typically tested they preferred whites over Blacks, 48%. 35% who favored whites moderately too strongly. Even when white people claim no outward racism, they demonstrated a bias against Black people. These white people are my friends, and I know they see me as more disposable, devalued, and provocative. Sadly, I know they are biased. I also recognize that they may be completely ignorant of their own implicit bias. Who's provocative now? We have to decide that all people deserve to have the benefit of the doubt. By educating ourselves and learning about micro and macro aggressions, as well as our nation's long history of discrimination, we can move towards a new equal nation. This will not be easy. History books will need to be rewritten. We will have to accept that our history as Americans is uncomfortable. If even those white people who believe they bear no bias have still benefited from the foundation of white supremacy. I accept responsibility for challenging the perception that I am disposable, devalued, and provocative. I no longer quietly move away when I hear racist words, dismissive comments, and unintentional bias. I have done what many of my white peers need to do: educate myself, to use my voice to confront the institutional racism that oppresses Black people and supports our system of white supremacy. I live in Washington, D.C. Protesters came out day after day to demonstrate and protest the death of George Floyd. I watched what people were saying on my social media. It was like drinking from a fire hose. Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, Jonathan Price, Casey Goodson, Andrew Hill, say their names. And that's just a few of unarmed Black people killed by law enforcement in 2020. And I have to wonder, when will Black lives really matter to white America? Will my life matter before I die? Will I only matter if I make fortune like a hip-hop star? Will it matter if I'm a nobody, but your neighbor, your friend, your employee, your student, your lover? When will Black lives matter? When will I matter? For me, I looked at 2021 and asked, will Black lives finally matter? Will we see the promised land, Dr. King? Will we finally stand for something, Brother Malcolm? Will our differences continue to define us, Congressman Lewis? Or will the trouble with 2020 be that it predicted the future? Will 2021 be the time when my life and every Black person in America's life will actually matter? Or will we have to wait another decade or more to not be seen as disposable, devalued, and provocative in America, in the land of the free? Hashtag Black Lives Matter. Hashtag support Black-owned businesses. Hashtag support Black artists. We need to create this new reality together, one where people in America stop seeing us through implicit bias, so Black people can stop dying at the hands of the police, unarmed and not a danger to society. Already this year, only 3 months into 2021, 15 Black people have been murdered at the hands of the police. I suppose I answered my own question. Do Black lives matter? Does my life matter? Not yet.